Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to Fresh Friday number 6. If you have watched, or number 7, if you have watched the previous 6 through 1 through 6, I greatly appreciate it. I hope to see some familiar faces back on Fresh Friday episode 7. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Today, I had one hell of a day at work. I sell phones. So I sell phones inside of Walmart. I don't work for Walmart. I'm like a third party phone seller. Walmart basically hires us to sell phones for them. It's for a company called OSL. And the Walmart I work at, it's usually pretty slow, but today was actually pretty busy. I sold a phone called a BYOD pretty early in the day, around like 2 o'clock p.m. But like towards the end of my shift at like 6 o'clock, I get out at 7. A gentleman comes in. He called on the phone asking if we have any iPhone 14 Pro Maxes in space purple. I said, yeah, like we do. Like we have two 14 Pro Maxes in 250, 6 gigabytes. And then we have two 14 Pro Maxes in 128 gigabytes. He said, all right, I might stop in. Usually people call all the time and they never show up. But he actually did show up. And he already had a Verizon account. And he wanted to add a line onto the Verizon account. He wanted to add a line for one of the 14 Pro Maxes. I was like, yeah, not a problem. Like, it's not a problem at all. It's his account. He's the account holder. He had every single piece of information in front of me that I needed. Like, nothing seemed sketchy about it. And he said his brother gave him money, or like his family gave him money to add a line. Like, he's gonna be the head account holder for everyone. And like people always say that all the time. Like it's not like anything unusual. He wasn't doing anything sketchy. And so the first iPhone went through good. And the thing that sucks about my job is even if people have the money to straight out buy the iPhones or any phone in general, sometimes Walmart might block the phone sale. And there's nothing I can do about that. The system we go through on their end, it's like, yeah, you're good to go. But then Walmart will hop in and actually block it themselves. And it could be because of fraud. It could be because of any reason. So the first iPhone he got went through good. And then he's like, yes, I'll do another one. I was like, not a problem. I'm not really thinking much of it. Like I said, he has all the paperwork, the social security number, the phone number, account number. Like he has every single thing he needs to be doing a sale, like a normal sale would. So he wanted another iPhone. He's like, know what? Since you got two 14 Pro Maxes in space purple, can I get another one? I said, yeah. Just add a line onto his account. Nothing shady. And then I opened them up too. Like I did everything. Ran the sale through like I would any normal sale. Both went good. And then he's like, you know what? Can I get a third Pro Max in the space purple, the 128 gigabyte? And then now I was kind of thinking like, it's not suspicious that he wanted a third. It was just a little suspicious on not necessarily on my end, but it's very rare that we can sell multiple iPhones all in one sale. Because like I said, even if the person is not shady and has the cash in hand, like they're ready to buy the phone out, like everything's good, Walmart might still block it. So after the second one didn't get blocked, I was like, okay, he has really good credit and stuff like that. And, he just has really good credit. He pays his bills on time, stuff like that. Well, when he said he wanted a third sale, I was almost going to tell him, hey, man, like, I don't think this third sale is going to work. We kind of got lucky that the first two sales went through. But I was like, we could try it anyways because you never know. And the third iPhone actually did go through no problem. And it was at that moment when I kind of started questioning the sale. I was like, the first two went through, was pretty lucky. The first iPhone, it's just one phone. It's not going to raise any red flags. The second iPhone, 14 Pro Max, a higher end phone, that went through no problem. And then that one was like, okay, he has good credit. He got, maybe he got a little lucky. But when the third iPhone 14 Pro Max went through, then I was like, is this legit or is this like a fraud? Because at this point, I was kind of wondering It's very, very, very rare that you can get multiple iPhones out in one sale. And he had every single documentation he needed. The Verizon account was in his name. Like, he could provide everything he needed. There's no reason for me to think it was a fraud. His ID looked authentic and real. Everything he said, wrote down, gave me seemed authentic and real. There's nothing that seemed fake about anything he did. He was even explaining what he did for work. Like, when I'm dealing with customers trying to make a sale on phones, I can tell when people are shady, and he did not give off that vibe. But it's just the fact that the third phone did go through kind of threw me off. Like, it was like a curveball. I was like, whoa, like, another phone went through. Like, this in the system wasn't blocking it. So I didn't necessarily think he was a fraud person or like trying to like fraudulently buy phones. Everything seemed authentic, and if the system didn't block it either, I would have no reason to be like, hey man, I don't trust you anymore. Like, this is fake. Something about this isn't right. I had no reason, no business to do that. So I didn't, I went on with the sales. He had the money for the phones. He didn't buy the phones outright. If he's buying all 3 iPhone 14 Pro Maxes outright with cash, I would be like, yeah, bro, I ain't doing this. But he was just doing the sales tax out the door, which means you only pay a certain amount out the door for the devices, and then you make payments on the phones. So for like every $250 a phone is worth, you pay about $16 in sales tax. So the first iPhone 14, the first 2 were like $80. The third one was like $70 because it was less storage, so it was like a little bit cheaper. But I mean, he paid it all, and like people come in all the time and will pay like $200 for a phone cash. Like, it's not like anything like unusual. Some people like to just get cash and pay for things. That's what I like to do. If I'm gonna make a big purchase, I like to pay it in cash if I can, because if I use my debit card, there's a good chance that it may or may not get flagged by my bank, and my bank may or may not lock my account. It's happened before when I tried buying a laptop. I remember when my card got locked because I was trying to buy a laptop online from a trusted website. My bank completely locked my account. My Amazon account was terminated on site for some reason. My bank account was locked. I had to call and explain, like, hey, it was me, like, So I had to actually take out $1,700, which I know was expensive as fuck at the time. Trust me, I know. I bought a really nice gaming laptop, and I would have bought a PC, but I didn't really have room for it, and I kind of thought I was going to college at the time, so a laptop made sense, like a really good gaming laptop, and I could use for school. So anyway, so yeah, I paid for a laptop, $1,700 cash, because if I use my debit card, it probably would have locked up again. So, it's not unusual that people do buy expensive things with cash. So I don't know. Looking back at that sale, it could have been fraud, and part of me kind of feels like it might have been fraud after that third one did go through. But like I said, he provided every single documentation I needed. None of it looked fake. None of it sounded fake. He didn't give off like shady vibes. He wasn't acting weird. And if the system didn't block it either, I mean, who am I to say that was or wasn't fraud, So I guess just a little quick story about that at work today. My boss is probably going to question it because my one coworker had a similar experience. He sold 2 iPhone 14s out the door. And like I said, it's pretty rare that you can do that, let alone 3. And so my boss might question it. My boss. I told my boss about the sale. He called instantly. He's like, yo, like, that wasn't fraud, was it? Like, did he have this? Did it look real? Even my boss was like, yeah, I mean, like the same thing I said. My boss agreed, like, yeah, if it was fraud, he had everything he needed to do the sale. There's nothing really I could have done about it but do the sale for him. And so I did. So my boss's boss, our district manager, he's probably going to question me tomorrow about it. And I'm just going to have to tell him, like, hey, like, he had everything, and I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was kind of interesting today at work. Um, that was probably the most interesting day I've had at work because I technically got 4 sales today. And where I live, it's very lucky to get 1 sale, every other day. And today I got 4. So it was a good day at work. I mean, on my end, as long as nothing comes back to bite me in the butt, it was a great day at work. I can't complain. I make commission off sales, which I don't make a lot. It's weird. It's like a pyramid. Every month we start at 0, everything. And the more we sell, the more we make. So if I have a bad month and I sell 2 phones, my commission check is going to be bad. But if I have a great month and I sell a lot of phones, then, I'm going to make a lot more. So it's been an okay month. It's been my best month so far. I've been working at this job for going on 4 months. And it's my best month. Every month is getting better and better. And I really hope it continues to be that way. Because the hourly pay of this job isn't the best. But I can't complain because it's very rare that you can work a commission job and get paid hourly. So it has its ups and downs, but yeah, I guess I just want to tell a quick little story today about work. If anyone watches this video, let me know if you think it sounds suspicious or not, the sale. And I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow what my boss says, the district manager. And if he has any questions, I'm gonna tell him honestly what happened. He had this and that. Nothing I gotta do. So yeah. Anyways, if you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. I hope everyone's doing well. Remember to focus on yourself sometimes. Treat yourself very well. If you ever feel stressed, just do whatever you gotta do to feel relaxed. No job is worth it. No person's worth it if it's gonna push you to the very edge. There's people out there who care for you. If you watch my videos, I truthfully care for you. I do. Every single one of you guys, whether you're watching my videos to support me, whether you're watching your videos to hate on me, all that matters is you're watching my videos, and I appreciate that more than anything. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this Fresh Friday. Until next time.